We're in Clinton County, and the commissioner, who's not new anymore, Mr. Gregory Johnson, our new boss, is with us today. First of all, welcome to the best outfit in the nation, I think.
No argument there, Tim.
And look what we got. I mean, look around us. We're living in the good old days. We got beautiful resource. We got folks all over, biologists who are making this state the best it's ever been. What's it like to step right in and become a part of this great outfit?
Well, you know, Tim, this part of the job is really the hardest part.
Things we have to do.
And you even let me shoot the first bird. You graciously missed it, so I want that on record.
I did it on purpose.
You know, before I was with the department, I was with USDA. I traveled all across the nation, and the stories I'd hear in every state I was in was how does Kentucky, the Department of Fish and Wildlife Resources for Kentucky, do it? Everybody looks up to us across the whole nation. Field and Stream, Outdoor Life said this is the place to come and hunt deer. We're on Steve Petticord's farm. He's an old friend of mine. Him and I started out at the old Soil Conservation Service together in the 80s.
You know what, you have a beautiful farm out here. You can see some nice, pretty hills over the way here. You run cattle out here. I know you got deer, you got turkey, you got ponds, you got 2 major lakes around here. How much work is it to have a proper dove shoot, if you're gonna have a decent dove shoot?
Not much, really. A lot of people have a misconception. I mean, we put out the millet and soybeans for cattle hay.
Right.
Now, if you will harvest soybeans and millet in about 60 days, you'll get a real high quality forage for cattle. But then once it starts to get over 60 days, it really rapidly decreases. But now that increases the dove hunting capabilities, okay? So if you'll let it go about 60 days, yeah, you lose a little bit on your cattle quality, but as far as doves, it makes a pretty good dove shoot.
People always hear me talk about memorable experiences, and that's really what hunting and fishing is all about. That's what our biologists do to strive for. Our conservation officers are out there enforcing the regulations so we have sustainable populations of fish and wildlife to hunt. And it's just not hunting and fishing, it's outdoors in general. And that's what we got here today. It's the whole experience. We're going to shoot some birds.
What's on the horizon with you and Fish and Wildlife?
We've got challenges in a lot of areas. You take our fin lake program, for instance. Folks would like to see more fin lakes, and I'd like to see more fin lakes. But we're kind of at the production capacity of our hatcheries. So we've got to figure out what we can do with our hatcheries, or if we should buy some more fish. But you know, it'd be good to expand that fin lake program. It's just a wonderful program.
For those who don't know, tell them what.
Fishing in neighborhoods, and pretty much, you know, local ponds and small lakes that we cooperate with county level government, and we stock those ponds and small lakes with a lot of times trout early in the season, catfish for a good part of the season. But we put enough fish in there where it makes it a little bit easier for people to catch them. The elk program, we're putting together what we call an elk 2030 plan. So where do we go with our elk herd from right now going towards 2030?
Give us a hint.
Well, we can't manage the way we had been managing, because that was kind of a startup company, you might say.
Right.
So now we're more in a management mode. How do we sustain what we have? How do we keep a good quality elk herd? We're known for that. I hear a lot of people talk about, well, you know, what are we going to do on quail and grouse? And that is a priority. But the thing to understand about quail, where we've managed for them, like at Peabody, Shakertown, Green River, those areas, we've had triple-digit percentage increases, 200, 300, 400% increase in quail populations. It's all about habitat management. But quail's like raising an annual crop of tobacco. And you know, you go in and establish quail habitat, you've still got to continuously maintain that habitat. So if we're going to make that a bigger program statewide and we know what to do, somehow we'll have to figure out how to raise some revenue or change priorities so that we can invest in it. Bear, you know, we had a lot of bears wandering around this spring, probably have a few more next spring.
We're not stocking them.
No, we're not stocking them.
We're going to see a lot more of them.
But they're healthy and they're growing. I've had a lot of people talk to me, they're excited about hunting bears. And so again, we're putting together a plan on bears. We're calling it Bear 2030, but looking out 10, 15 years, how are we going to manage our bear program so that we do it in a way that sportsmen can enjoy it, but bears can become a nuisance real quick as well. You know, the fishing program, we've got probably the best trout fishery in the nation, right down here below Wolf Creek Dam on the Cumberland River. I really would put it up against any in the nation.
What would you like to say to the folks of Kentucky out there right now?
Just really appreciate the resources we have in Kentucky and the outdoor opportunities that we have, and take time and take advantage of them. Leave no child indoors, I think is the saying.
There you go.
So take your grandchildren, nieces, nephews, take your kids with you, get them exposed to it, and just take some time and get away from the hustle and bustle of work and take an opportunity to get out there and enjoy it.